Plant collecting season is back in session. I am very happy to announce that I have started purchasing plants again. So I had stopped for maybe a couple months because it was just too hot out. It still is hot, just not as hot as it was. I think the temperature is averaging in the 90s now, and some days it's going into the hundreds. I've been venturing out a little more, and since I'm out and about, I can't help but pick up a few plants here and there. I have 11 new plants, and I am very surprised to know that only one of those plants is a Hoya. My favorite genus of all are the Hoya plants, and the only one I got was this one. And I do believe this is a Macrophylla albo. It's got the outer variegation, and this was a propagation. When I got it, it was just out. It was not in any kind of substrate. I think it was a water propagation, and it was looking pretty sad and limp. I had bought this maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, actually, and it was really hot that day. It was over 100 degrees, maybe 110 or something like that. So I brought this home in a wet paper towel, and by the time I got home, the paper towel was like dry. So I propped it in some pond, and over the few weeks that I've had it, it has come back to its health. It's looking shiny and plump, and it's looking great. And as usual in my plant hauls, I will show you guys a spotlight close up, and I will put the scientific name up on the screen, as well as the family name and the common name if there is one. And please be aware that I am not an expert on plants. I am still a new plant parent. I've only been collecting for about 8 months now. So I do my best to try to find the correct names. If I get anything wrong, please let me know down below. I like to make these videos because it is so much fun for me to share my plants with you guys. This is a beautiful and unique Hoya that I'm happy to add to my collection. One unique thing about this Hoya is that it's known for producing multiple flower peduncles from a single node when it's mature. This is a sign of a long blooming history. The leaves will grow smaller and thicker when it is exposed to a lot of light. The leaves grow large and stay deep green in lower light. If you guys have seen my previous plant haul videos, you will probably know that I love to buy cheap plants. Because I'm still new at this, I have killed some plants. Because I'm still learning how to take care of all the different plants. I mean, every plant is different from the other, even if it's in the same genus. Like each species will have different care needs than the other. So I'm definitely still trying to figure that out for all of my plants. Most of my plants are doing well. I'm going to say like 90 to 95% of my plants are doing great. They are thriving. So I try to keep the cost as low as possible when I get my new plants. So I do believe I paid $5 for this cutting. And the next plant I paid $3 for. And you can probably see this is a very common plant. It is the Jade plant. And so some of the plants I'm going to show you in this video are pretty weird and I like it. But this one I know is very common. And the reason why I got this is for sentimental reasons. So I went on vacation with my kids and we went to this really nice Airbnb. And it was really such a nice place for me to be. And it was such a beautiful place out in nature, and it was so like, it was kind of hippie. And I just went away feeling very inspired. And on the coffee table inside the place, they had a jade plant that was propagated in a ceramic bowl. And I thought it was the cutest thing ever. And so I do have a photo of it. I will show it to you. And having this plant just reminds me of that place and the inspiration that I walked away from that place with. Like, I just want to keep that feeling with me forever. The jade plant is extremely easy to propagate, and if you are lucky and give this plant a cool and dry rest period, it may flower for you in the winter or early spring. The flowers are small and scented, and they exhibit a star-shaped pink or white color. My next plant is a carnivorous plant. I got this from Trader Joe's, and I don't remember if it was like $6 or $8, something like that. Definitely under $10, very affordable, and it's looking really healthy. Well, I think it's starting to dry up a little bit. I haven't watered it since I got it. I got it a few days ago, but I love the color. It's so purple on the top and then green on the bottom. It's so neat. I think these are pitcher plants, and I don't really know how to pronounce this. Sarracenia, maybe? And I got this for my cabinet because I still do have gnats. Like, I wonder, people who have plants, like, is there anyone out there who has a lot of plants who does not have gnats? If you're out there, please let me know, like, how do you do it? So, I mean, I haven't tried everything there is to try yet, but I've gotten rid of most of them using an insect oil. But I don't want to use that constantly because I feel like it's not totally healthy for all of my plants. I feel like it's affecting my Hoyas a little bit. But anyways, so I want to put this in my cabinet and hopefully it will help to keep the population of the gnats down. I'm going to take it out of its box and I will show you guys a spotlight close-up. And I'm going to put this thing in the cabinet right now. Sarracenia pitcher plants are passive trappers. Their tubes don't move or snap shut. Instead, the insects are lured by nectar and bright colors to the pitcher's slippery rim, and then they slip inside. The Sarracenia genus is native to Canada and the US, mainly on the East Coast. They are well adapted to a wide range of North American climates. It makes this a great first carnivorous plant. So I never imagined that I would ever purchase this plant. So when I first started on my plant journey, I saw this plant, the string of hearts, and I thought it was super, super cute. I wanted to get it. I never did get it because it was too expensive for me. They have it only in the hanging planters, and I believe it goes for about $16 usually, 16 or 20, something like that. And I was not ready to spend that much money on plants back then. And then I watched a lot of plant videos on YouTube, and I just heard people complaining about this plant all the time, how it just tangles up and gets really messy. So I never bought it. But I saw this at the nursery and it was on clearance because you can see that it looks pretty sad. And it was only $3.98. So I was like, how can I pass this up? It's a beautiful plant. It's so cute. So I think what I'm going to do is propagate this thing. I don't want to keep like, it just looks really sad in the soil and it looks like it's has probably shrunk down. So it's probably too small for this huge pot by now. And I'm afraid I'm going to overwater it and then it's going to get root rot. So I'm just going to start it over and like propagate it into like little tiny containers. And I just want to keep it small. I might just propagate it over and over and just keep it a small plant in a small container forever. Like it'll be my tiny plant. I feel so happy to finally have this plant in my collection. I am not a fan of string of plants that need to be bottom watered, so I'm thankful that this plant does okay with top watering. If you want to see an informative video on how to take care of this plant, Crazy Plant Guy has a great one, and he even got his to flower in his home. You can even see that his plant is growing aerial tubers, which you can propagate from. I feel inspired to grow my plant just like his. All right, you guys, I crossed the line. I told myself that I would never buy a cactus because I do not like the prickles. I didn't want to bring prickles into my house. I mean, I don't have little kids or pets, so I don't have to worry about that. I just didn't like the idea of having the spines in my home. But look what I did. I've been converted. I do love the cactus, like the way that they look. They're so cute. So every time I go to the nursery, I do look at them. I'll just like stare at them as long as I can, and then I go home without one. But I am always browsing on Facebook Marketplace, and I saw a plant that was not a cactus but similar, and I think it's kind of a more rare plant, I think. And I'm saving that one for last because I actually purchased it. But that one has spines. So it's not like the prickles like a cactus has. It's different, but it's still spiny. And so when I bought that, I was like, well, I have a plant with spines now. I might as well just allow myself to buy more plants like that, like really cute cactuses. I don't like say cacti. I think cactuses sounds better. I think you can say it either way. But they're so neat looking to me. Like every time I go there, I see one that's so unique and like sometimes they're really weird and I love the weird ones. And I'm showing you guys these two at the same time because they look so similar, but they're actually different. And I got this one first, and I don't know what it is because they never, well, usually they don't put the species names on the plants at my nursery, my local nursery. but I looked it up and tried to figure out what they are. This one, I saw someone sell something similar to this on Facebook Marketplace for $100. It was much bigger, but they were saying it was really rare. I think it was called a Bolivian torch or something like that. So if any of you guys recognizes like the species of these or any of my plants, if I don't know the names of them, I would love for you to share that with me. I love knowing the names of my plants. I don't absolutely have to know, but it's fun to know. But I'm going to show you a close-up so you can see the difference and the similarities between the two. I think it's so cool. Like this one especially has really cool marbling on it. So let me just show you. I do believe that both of these cactuses might be from the Trichocereus genus. This one has longer and thicker spines than the next one that you will see soon. I absolutely love the striped marbling effect on this plant. If this is a Trichocereus cactus, they grow in columns and can get very tall, up to about 10 or 20 feet tall. In the wild, they can even get up to 40 feet tall. If this is what I think it is, it will have flowers that are large and fragrant, and they will only open at night. The flowers only last for about 2 days, but they can produce many flowers over several weeks. The blooms are usually white and have black hairs near the base. Here is the other cactus that has the much shorter spines, as you can see. Areoles are the spots where the spines grow out, and they are spaced apart much wider on this plant than on the first one that I showed you. And it does have that similar stripy marbling effect that the other one has. They can tolerate a range of temperatures, so if you've been looking for a cactus, this might be the one for you. So I might as well show you the rest of the cacti that I bought. So here is the fairy castle cactus. This for sure, they have the name of this one. I think this one's really popular. It's so cute. I've been wanting one of these for quite some time now, for like half a year. Ever since I saw them, I thought it was the cutest cactus ever. And I almost didn't get it, but my son was eyeing it and he wanted to get it. So I was like, okay, I'll get it for you. So this is going to stay in his room and hopefully it'll be a nice, easy plant for him to take care of. This one also, I've been very curious about this. I think it's called a woolly cactus or something like that. It's got like, looks like cotton on it or like the Halloween spider webs that you use, like the fake stuff, but it's so interesting to me. And I don't know if you can see it from there, but it's got spikes coming out. So it looks so soft and furry, but those little spines, they're really, really skinny. So you almost don't see them, but it looks dangerous. And when I purchased it, the girl at the counter, she was checking me out. She was like, they're pretty but dangerous. Yes, they are. The cactuses, all of them are pretty but dangerous. And now I'm starting to collect them. So I hope you enjoy the close-up of these plants. I love the miniature look of this little plant. It really does look like architectural towers that were made for tiny fairies. This is another cactus that is a night bloomer. Getting this plant to flower for you, though, is extremely rare in captivity. If you would be so lucky, the flowers would be white and they would only open for one night. If you see the fairy castle being sold with colorful flowers on it, just be aware those flowers are fake. I am unsure of what species cactus this is. I do believe that the woolly hairs help to insulate the cactus and protect it from intense sun and cold. This is also a nocturnal cactus which may not flower for you. I got a wish list plant, yay! I have been wanting these ever since I discovered the string of turtles. Like I banned string ofs in my future purchases because they're so hard to take care of for me. Like I killed my string of pearls and my string of tears because I didn't know you had to bottom water them. And I don't want to bottom water my plants. So hopefully this, I don't know if this is a bottom waterer or not. If it is, I guess I'll have to start doing that. And I am starting to make pots for my plants. And I'm going to try to design a setup where I can do bottom watering without having to like get a tray or a bowl and like stick the plant in there and then like mess with it. I want to be able to just like water it in place where it's at and then just set it and then leave it. But the string of turtles is different from the string ofs. I don't think this is like a true succulent. It's actually a peperomia. And I have a Hope peperomia back here. And this is one of my favorite, top favorite plants. It is so cute and so easy to take care of. So hopefully this is similar and it's starting to feel very limp. I just bought this yesterday. And this was also, I got this on clearance. So it was not in the clearance section, but I asked for a discount because it's looking really sad. So I feel like I need to propagate this also. I got this at the same time as the string of hearts. So I'm gonna start it small and I might keep this as a tiny plant also. I actually don't like having it in such a huge pot like this because the leaves are so tiny. I wanna be able to enjoy the tiny little leaves like in a small pot. I think it would help to put the spotlight on the leaves a little bit more if the pot was tinier. But I'm absolutely jumping for joy that I finally own this plant. I thought I was gonna have to wait forever to get one of these. Oh my gosh, and I got it so cheap too, like $4. The leaves of this plant usually look like little turtles, like the backs of turtles, but mine right now is reminding me of lentils. This plant is a semi-succulent that comes from rainforest understories. It prefers moderate humidity and cooler temperatures, unlike the hot, direct sun that normal succulents like. This next plant that I got is so adorable. Oh my gosh. This was also on my wish list, but I forgot to put it on my actual wish list. I've been wanting to get bear paws forever. I think this is a succulent, Cotyledon tomentosa. So I guess this is similar to the polar bear that I have and also my chocolate soldier. So those are some easy plants to take care of. So hopefully this will be the same. The cutest thing ever. They actually look like little bear paws. Oh my gosh. And this is the variegated version. So I saw this yesterday and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this right now. Because I had seen the bear paws before, not the variegated one. And I was like, oh, I should get it, I should get it. But I never did. For some reason, I thought they were always going to be available, but they're not. So fuzzy. Oh my God, I'm dying over here. It's so fuzzy. Oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing ever. I feel like I'm shaking a bear paw hand. So this is looking kind of sad also. I might have to propagate it or maybe I just need to water it, but it seems like it's been there for a while. It just like dried out. But oh my gosh, this is the most adorable thing ever. I can't wait for you to see the close-up. Take a look. Here is a true succulent with fine soft hairs giving it a velvety texture. The fuzzy hairs help to insulate the plants against the sun and extreme temperatures. Mine is looking very sad. I do hope that it survives. Luckily, this is an easy plant to propagate with stems or leaf cuttings. This plant goes dormant in the winter and it prefers temperatures above 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. All right, you guys, are you ready for the last plant? You probably already know what it is because I think I'm going to use this for my YouTube thumbnail. But here it is. It is a Euphorbia and it is the white ghost. They call it a white ghost cactus, but it's not a cactus. It does have spines on there, which is different from the, I forget what you call it on the cactus. Prickles? I want to call them prickles. But this is not a cactus, and you can tell, I looked this up online, because the spines on here grow in pairs, and on the cactus it's different. I think there's like multiple coming out or just one, but I guess this is more like a succulent. And this is my first time touching it. I was too scared to touch it before. It's really hard. Feels like exoskeleton. I thought it might be softer and fleshier, but it's like really hard. Like Yeah, it just makes me think of exoskeleton. It's so weird. I'm scared to touch the spines though. I don't want to see how sharp those are. But this is a beautiful plant to me. It's so weird. I love how weird it is, but it's still like beautiful at the same time. And I don't know if you can see it from there, but you'll see it in the spotlight close up. So it's white on the body and it's got some green, like it's light green up here with the dark green, like marbling kind of thing. And then it's got pink. It has the most beautiful pastel pink. The leaves are pink. And then like this part here where the stem is coming off of the body, like it's pink in that area. It's so pretty. And I'm gonna propagate this too. I'm gonna cut off this arm right here and propagate that one. But it has these little tiny leaves that are so cute. It's so small. And I read online that sometimes they just fall off because they're insignificant. You are significant to me. This plant just has so much character to me. I just feel like it has a presence. Like it looks like I guess it's kind of anthropomorphic because it has like a body and then like arms like a human and a head. But I just feel like when I was driving home with it in my car, I just felt like it was reaching out to me. I'm so happy to have this plant. Like every time I see it, I just feel so happy. Wow. I can't wait to make a pot for this one. I don't know what color I should use. Maybe my dark chocolate brown. Like I'm trying to figure out how to like make my plants stand out with my pottery. Like the shape of the pot, the color of the pot, the texture, like I don't know. I think that's gonna be so much fun. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this might look good in like a dark brown color. What do you think? Or dark green or white. I don't know. There's so many options. Or like a buttery, soft, like pastel yellow. Oh my gosh, I love my plants. Some people might be tempted to call this an albino plant, but actually it is just chlorophyll deficient. This is due to a mutation which is called variegation. If it was completely albino, it would lack any kind of chlorophyll and this could be lethal to the plant. Here are the cute little leaves that normally drop off. And here are the thorns. So I do believe that these are called thorns and not spines like they are on a cactus. And you can see that they grow in pairs like little horns. Here is another plant that is capable of flowering, but probably will not bloom for me in captivity. Mine is looking quite dirty. Looks like there's soil all over it. I'm gonna have to clean this up. Because this plant is lacking lots of chlorophyll, I will have to keep it out of the direct sunlight and keep it in partial shade or bright indirect light. How about some updates, you guys? So I started selling my plants on Facebook Marketplace. I sold my avocado tree. That was the first plant I sold, and I sold it for $12. And I sold it because it was getting too big for me. It was growing so fast and it was getting super tall, and I was just scared that I was going to kill it. So I decided to sell it to someone and pass on the burden. um, I know that there are a lot of people, I do now, I know that there are a lot of people looking for avocado trees. So I sold it for $12 and I feel like I should have sold it for more because I probably got like 50 people reaching out to me wanting this plant. So I guess there are a lot of people who do try to grow avocado seeds at home and they are not successful. And same with me. Like I try a lot. I've tried a lot of seeds and they don't all work. And actually I've only gotten two to work. And I don't even know how many seeds I've tried, a lot. So I think if I do ever grow another avocado tree, I'm going to try to sell it for $25 because it is a lot of work. You know, you just have to like try every single seed and then like keep watering it and then like changing out the water. So I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's fun. So I sold that. And then I put my mini monstera up. I was gonna sell this. This is the mid cutting. So I have the top cutting, which is doing great. That one's like super healthy, and this one's pretty healthy too. And I noticed just today, this stem, the brand new stem that's coming out right now, it looks like it's variegated. It looks white. So I'm taking the listing down. I'm not selling this anymore. I want to see what it grows into because this leaf that just unfurled, it looks light. Like this part right here looks like kind of minty, I guess. I'm not really sure what minty looks like yet, but it's a lighter color green. And then the stem for sure looks white right there where it meets the old, like the old stem. Like what the heck? That is so cool. If I have a mutation in my plants, I think that is so neat. So I'm definitely keeping this now. I'm gonna let it grow out and I can't wait to see. And I'm definitely gonna keep you guys updated. And I am also selling my retusa, my Hoya retusa, the mother plant, because it's in soil. I do not like soil. And the soil that that one is in, like I can't read it. Like I don't know when to water it, when not to water it. So I'm just scared. So I've already propagated the plant. I have 2 propagations of it. So those are both doing well. And so I've got that up for sale. There's a lady that's going to pick it up tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. It actually is kind of fun to sell plants. And I feel like it will help me to fund my future purchases because I am not done. I need more plants. But here's another update, and I'm so proud of this plant. This is my ripple peperomia. Like, do you see those 2 huge light green colored leaves? Those are the OGs right there. This is one of the very first plants I ever bought, and I made the huge mistake of putting a tiny plant in a huge pot, and it started going downhill. If I can find the photo of it, I will post it right here for you to look at it. I thought it was done for. But then I decided to put it back into a small container. And I've changed it like so many times. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to kill this plant. Finally, I ended up putting it in this small pot. And it's got, I don't know what kind of soil it's in there, regular soil. I don't remember at this point anymore. And look, it came back. So it's got these 2 original leaves still from the very beginning. So that's probably how large the plant would have been if I hadn't like done the wrong things in the beginning. But that's okay. It came back and it's looking healthy as ever. And it's got that nice dark purple color that it had originally. And I even see some little tiny babies growing inside. So I'm so happy about that. I love my little ripple peperomia. So back in the day, not that long ago, I don't know, a couple months maybe, uh, I repotted my oxalis and split it into 2 different plants. And when that happened, a couple of leaves popped off and I decided to propagate them. And so I read online that you can propagate from the stem. Like you don't need nodes and you don't need like the bulb or whatever, but it takes 6 months for them to grow roots. So it's only been maybe a couple months. I'm not exactly sure how long now, but they're still alive and they still open and close. They close at night, they go to sleep. And this one is doing better than this one. This one is in perlite, and I just feel like it dries out way too fast because I mean, it's like maybe it's like between 15 to 30% humidity out here. This one's in pond, so I feel like that stays moist longer than this. So it's not like browning at the tips like this one is. But I can't wait. I'm hoping that it's going to start growing like little baby leaves. And when that happens, I think that will be the sign. I'll know that it has roots and then I can repot. Or actually, I could probably keep it in there. But I would like to put it in a container with drainage though. So that's pretty cool. I can't wait to see what happens. Next up, I have my Pandorata. This was also one of the very first plants I ever got. And I do believe that it was dormant for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, it started shooting out new leaves. So this is actually a new stem that came off the original stem. And it's been growing leaf after leaf. This is the newest one right here. It feels so soft and tender. And I do believe there is a new shoot trying, or stem or whatever, trying to grow out from right there. There's like a little tiny nub. It's like light green. I'm so happy that this plant survived. It got like mold growing on it at one point, and I just thought it was like not doing very well. But there it is. It's nice and healthy now. I do want to change it to a container that has drainage. This is a closed container, which I do not recommend. I do not recommend closed containers. But I had put this in here like at the beginning of my journey when I didn't know any better. I thought like a clay balls at the bottom would be drainage, but no. Stuff is going to accumulate in there and it's going to start to build up. So eventually I feel like I need to like change this out soon because I don't want it to start affecting my plant negatively. And here's another early propagation that I had done months ago. It was my Marble Queen pothos, and I put a stake in here. I mean, it's just one of those painting sticks that you get from like Home Depot or something. I was thinking that maybe it could climb up it. Like, I didn't understand the aerial roots, like how they worked back then. But it's interesting that because it does have this stake, it has grown a lot of aerial roots. You can see, I don't know if you can see it. There, I'll try to position it so you can see there's like massive amounts of aerial roots on there. Like it's trying to attach to something, but it just won't stick to the wood. Like it's not good enough. So I don't know if I were to wrap like twine around it or something, if that would help it like to attach, but I don't know if it needs to be moist or not. So this poor thing, like I feel like I need to give it like a proper moss pole so that it can put these aerial roots to use. But it's just interesting that it will grow the aerial roots when it's on and it has a stake, rather than like when you let it vine, it doesn't grow as many aerial roots. So that's very interesting to me. All right, I'm pulling out plants from the cabinet. There's my Frydek. It's still alive, yay. This is also one of the very first plants I ever got, and it's in the original substrate that it came in, which I do like because I can tell if it's still moist or not. So it's in a clear pot, which doesn't matter because like some of the substrates are in clear pots and I still cannot tell if it needs to be watered or not. But this one, I can see it's moist and it dries out from the top to the bottom, and I can see that happening over time. And so when it starts to get like all the way to the bottom where there's like only a little bit of moist soil left, I'll water it again. And then I let it completely like drain through, but it's doing okay so far. I think I did show you guys this leaf, maybe. I don't remember, but look, there's the newest one right there. So it's very green. Oops, I missed it. It's very green, just like this one. The other two leaves that were on here, one was pure white. I lost that one, and another one had a lot of white. It was similar to this leaf, and that one came off also. But I guess it's normal for alocasia leaves to drop off, like the older ones, I guess. Maybe. But it's a very beautiful plant. I love it. And here is my Sigillotus. This was another plant I thought I was going to lose. It was not doing well in the beginning. It was a propagation, but it's grown some new leaves and it's grown longer tendril. So originally it was only these two leaves at the bottom, and then it grew these two. Finally, I think it was dormant also for a while. And now these two little tiny ones are coming out. They're like little wings. And then there's two itty bitty ones that you can see maybe right there. So yay. So another plant that I've had for a very long time, one of the originals, is my Louisa Silver. And for so long it wasn't doing anything. I think it was dormant also. It only had like the two bottom leaves. And then all of a sudden, recently, I saw leaves growing out of the soil. It was very strange. They were just like curling out of the soil. And then a new tendril shot out. So the original tendril has yellowed. I believe it is dying off. And now it's got this new one. And so what I want to do is propagate this, the new tendril, and then repot the original, the mother plant. Of course, I don't like soil. And especially this one, every time I water it, it smells very, very strong. And I don't know why, but I'm gonna have to save this plant sooner or later. So that'll be one of my future plant tour videos. But I am very happy that it is still alive and it actually has new growth. So yay for that. Also, you guys have seen my retusa recently, if you saw my past videos, but this one is growing like crazy. It's in my cabinet, and I don't know if you can see the itty bitty leaves on there. It is growing 6 new leaves at the same time. There's 2 itty bitty ones there, there's like 2 there, and then, yeah, so there's like 2 pairs, like really tiny ones at the top there. So it's probably hard to see. It's like so needly. Like needles, like pine needles. But yeah, I'm so happy about this plant. I love this plant so much. And it is doing very well in the cabinet. And I'm saving the best for last. Well, I think they're the best. I love the polyneuras. They are so cool. This is the inner variegated, and this is just the green, the regular. They have grown so many new leaves. Wow. I have an elbow also, the outer variegated one. Um, that one has not grown any new leaves since I showed you last time. I showed you the brand new leaves, so it has 4 now. But these are popping off. Like, wow. There's 2 baby leaves on there. They're so cute when they come out. I can't believe it. And 2 baby ones there. Oh my gosh. So that's all I have for now. I hope you enjoyed watching my plant haul. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and they're always so much fun. Let me know which one was your favorite. And if you have any of these plants in your home and you're taking care of them, if you have any advice for me, I love taking advice from you guys. It's always so helpful. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me and my channel. Until next time, please enjoy your plants.